The crew will egress, grab their equipment bag, and they'll start working their way toward the first task site location, where they'll begin installing a number of different cables, disconnecting old high-frequency and low-frequency cables, and reconnecting them in Ethernet cables to configure the zenith portion of the MRM-2 as a docking compartment. Something else to mention, as part of this EVA, we will be jettisoning two different groups or bundles of equipment. As part of the EVA and the way the MRM-2 is configured, there's some MLI covers, some handrail covers, and a couple of little ring covers that were on other parts of the antenna units that we're going to bundle up into two separate packages, and at different points in the EVA we'll be jettisoning both of these. I'll try to point them out as we get close to them. As I mentioned, Oleg is in the red stripe suit. He's going to do a lot of the work on the SM interface to the MRM-2, and you'll see Max in the blue stripe suit. He's doing a number of items on the MRM-2 itself, reconnecting cables, putting handrails in. As we wait for the one task, I'll point out where the first jettison occurs. Today was a suit checkout, where the crew goes through all both suits that they're going to use for this EVA. And these are the new model suits that we used the last couple of EVAs last summer, and had a successful suit checkout, so everything's ready to go. And then they'll do an in-suit dry run tomorrow. Wednesday they'll spend some time going through the timeline and getting ready for the EVA. It's at this point here that we will see the crew jettison their first bundle. They'll be in a retrograde manner, so they'll be facing the aft part of the station, throwing the first bundle away. We estimate the velocity between 0.05 and 0.2 meters per second. We've done all the analysis to re-verify that there will be no contact issues whatsoever. We estimate 7 to 15 days after this, these items will re-enter. So now the crew is working their way up the MRM-2 module itself to connect the Ethernet cables. They made connections down on the SM transfer area, and they're going to be relocating some of the high frequency and low frequency antenna units. This is the second set of MLI covers that they're removing. That will be bundled up in the second bundle to be jettisoned toward the end of the EVA. And what you'll see here in a second as the crew makes their way toward the zenith part of MRM-2 is that they will be removing covers from the as I mentioned, the high-frequency docking target and the low-frequency antenna, and then they'll be deploying a docking target. And the idea is, as Pete already mentioned, once they're done with this, there'll be some additional checkout by the ground team and the crew, and this system will be ready by next Thursday for the relocation of Jeff and Max's Soyuz to this zenith port here. And see now Max is at the zenith portion. Now they're installing their antennas. And there's a docking target there. They'll flip around to the other side, and they'll remove a cover and deploy one of the main docking targets. And here he is, he'll flip it and deploy it. And it's right around this time that they will be jettisoning the second bundle. Again, same direction. in the retrograde manner right over the SM toward the aft of the station. Again, the same ballistic parameters. Both of these bundles are almost identical in weight, size, and again, we expect re-entry within 7 to 15 days. Now, as they close out the EVA, they finish up a couple of connections here. They work their way back down toward the DC-1 docking compartment. And when they get there, the last task that they will do is retrieve the third biorisk canister. It's a joint Russian-European experiment for long-duration exposure of biological samples. This will be returned on a future Soyuz.
Thanks, Aaron.
Here they are putting their equipment bag back in the airlock. Then they'll retrieve the biorisk canister, and that'll conclude the EVA. Again, it's about a 5-hour, 50-minute EVA. The way that these are generally planned, the Russian planning team takes time and allows the crew to rest during night passes. So there's a possibility this EVA, like other ones, could finish a little quicker. But the current timeline has us for 5 hours and 50 minutes. And that concludes Russian EVA-24. Okay, there are a couple of other major tasks that Pete's already alluded to that we'll be accomplishing before 20A to get everything ready for 20A. One being the PMA-3 relocation, our pressurized mating adapter. If you want to go to the PMA-3 slide on Node 1 port. A couple months ago, we relocated PMA-3 from the Node 1 nadir to the Node 1 port to allow us to do some bulkhead work on